this is Danielle, the domestic scientist, and in today's video I'm going to show you a look that I've created where I took my normal living room and I gave it a monochromatic coastal vibe. So how I started on this project is that I was working on the Under the Sea Tablescape collaboration, and because my dining room and living room are open to each other, I looked over and realized I did have some more coastal items and that I could switch over the components of my living room so that it coordinates a little bit better with my dining room. So by now you've probably realized that these openings around my fireplace are absolutely huge, and they can be a little bit of a challenge to decorate, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. So I want to talk about this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces in my home. This is an African unity statue. It's hand carved, and I believe this one was carved in Ghana, but there's more information about this piece in my home goods haul video, and there'll be a link to that in my description box. So these statues are really unique and amazing because they're carved from a single piece of wood, and they depict a community where the people are unified and their arms are interlocking. It's amazing to me how they can carve these interlocking arms without ever breaking the wood and without ever needing to fill together any seams. So no glue, no screws, or anything to that effect. And the craftsmanship involved is just amazing, and I would love to see how they make these because I keep looking for like a piece of glue or something somewhere or like an answer to it, and from analyzing it from every angle I just can't figure out how they do it. So this piece for me is definitely really cool. At the bottom here, you might recognize this. This is a table that I purchased from Home Goods a couple years ago. Sometimes I use it as an end table in my living room, and sometimes I use it as an entryway table, and a couple times I've actually used it as a nightstand. It's a fairly large piece and it can fit in my fireplace opening. Now I topped it with a large silver coral that I also purchased from Home Goods years ago. I really like this coral, but the way it fans out, it has a very unique shape, and it just didn't work out very well for my dining room, and this piece inspired me to just do the living room in a monochromatic coastal theme. So I'm really happy with this particular box. I think that this piece is really nice and textural, and I love all the little ridges that are in there, and I just want to get up close on it so you can just appreciate all the different textures that are in here. And I do like the silver colors because I think it just gives you a nice elegant feel to it. So I actually really like this coral piece, and my husband picked it out. So most certainly when he contributes to the home decor, it's something we have to pay attention to. So I'm just going to work my way across the fireplace. I just don't have a mantle yet. I don't know what I'm going to do up there. So if you have any suggestions, be sure to leave some comments in the box below. I'm certainly open to hearing those. Now in this bottom box, I have the previous homeowner installed a little tray so that you can actually put your television on it and slide it in and out. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that there or not. So for now, I just cover it with a table runner. And then on top of that, I have this beautiful Ashanti Stool, and this I believe is another African piece. I got it from a local African arts dealer, so I'm really happy with it. It's pretty large, you can sit on it, and you know, it's more like a throne in Africa, so I do like it, and I love the intricate carvings on it. So in this box, I have some large gears that I typically keep in my home office. I bought those because they have a very masculine effect, and those were primarily for my husband, but I like the dark shades, and as a matter of fact, I use some of those as a centerpiece in my denim diamonds, pearls, and lace tablescape, and you can see a link to that in my description box as well. So I think it works out so much better to just have large pieces in the fireplace area, because you know it is just so humongous, and trying to find something scaled or trying to do a vignette that's scaled appropriately, I think can be a little bit of a challenge. So far I'm happy with the way my fireplace is looking. I think I'm gonna hang on to this look for a little while. Leave a comment in the box below and let me know what you think about how I'm styling my fireplace cutouts, and if you have any suggestions for what you think I should potentially put in there. So now we're going to make our way over to the couches because I have to show you this amazing pillow. I just found this at Home Goods this week, and it's one of the other pieces that inspired me to do a monochromatic living room with mixed metals. I absolutely love the little mirrors and the beading and the both the silver and gold detailing on it. And this, I felt like I had to put in a still photo because in the video I just don't feel like you could appreciate the full luster of this pillow. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with it, but it was one of those must-have pieces that I just had to have because it's white. I probably won't bring it out too often, but it's just one of those things that I felt like I could not pass up. So now, because they only had one of those white pillows, and trust me, I looked all up and down the Home Goods and they only had the one, I just decided to use a silver and gold beaded pillow that I typically keep in my guest bedroom for the other side of the couch. They are smaller, so I put both of them together side by side. So for the coffee table, I wanted to keep it very simple. I used this white ginger jar from Home Goods, and I've had it for a while. And then I paired it with my brass holiday that I had purchased from eBay, and I've had that for a couple good years. I stacked a set of small books that were about the same size and color, and I used that to prop up this ship that I purchased from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And that's just how I created my look. I put in an old world piece that had some brass color, and it's also a nautical instrument, so I thought that would be a fun touch for this living room. So these pieces that I chose for my coffee table are very versatile, and they can be used in multiple rooms with different themes, and that's one of the things that I love about them the most. So all in all, I think it blends together very well. Let me know what you think. So I think that I've created a very eclectic look here. I think the monochromatic theme blends everything together, but I have a lot going on. So I have these Art Deco style pillows on the side, but they're monochromatic and they are mixed metal, and they kind of pair with the pillow on the other side, which is my Indian piece in the room. I have two African carvings in the back, and then I have that rustic gear at the top of the fireplace, and then I have an old world Aladad. And I think that it comes together because I used a very simple color palette, and because I had so many elements, I think that not one theme completely overpowered the room. So because I do have a ship in here and a coral in here, and my nautical throw on the side that also came from Home Goods, it really does have a coastal vibe to it, but the coastal vibe doesn't completely overtake the room. And I think that that's great because it gives it more of an all-purpose look. I could very easily throw in some nice white and gold poinsettias and make this a Christmas room. I could switch up my coffee table stylings and go completely Indian, or I can change out those Art Deco pillows and go completely African in this room without changing too much. And one of the things that I like the most is that the only thing that I purchased new for this look was that pillow. Everything else I already had in my home, and you'll see it displayed in different ways. Already I've used my Aladad for I want to say my red, white, and blue tablescape video that I put out earlier this summer for the 4th of July, and there'll be a link to that in the description as well. So I think the key here is to just buy elements that you can use in multiple ways and stick with simple color palettes, and leave your pops of color for those small unique items or even big unique items that will give you a large color payoff without having to buy a lot of different pieces, because after a while that can get really expensive. So now I'd like to hear from you. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment box below and let me know what you think of my living room. In particular, if there's anything you think I need to add or anything you think I should take out and even replace. I'm certainly open to hearing what you have to say, and I do take the time to read each and every one of your comments, and I certainly enjoy the helpful tips and tricks. In particular, if you have any tricks and tips for my coffee table, because that is my one area where where I'm just learning and just starting out. So certainly all of you guys who are veterans at coffee table stylings, please help me out a little bit there. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload a video. So this is Danielle, the Domestic Scientist. I will see you next time. Have a great day.